Welcome to Enjoy Nature, where I bring you along on my adventures
I'm seeing my first bear.
and share the sights with you, in the hopes that it will inspire you to also get out there and enjoy nature. Let's get this adventure started. It's April 20, 2021, and it's my birthday. It's only about 1.5 miles hike in, so not too bad. And of course it doesn't take me long to find something to film. Beautiful little elm tree. I love coming down this back way because there's this giant cottonwood that you get to see. Just magnificent. And you walk by this little pond, and then my favorite little stream. Just got this camera. Couldn't wait to try some new filming techniques. I just love hackberry. The texture of the bark is so amazing. And I'm about halfway. It's all uphill from here. I just love catnip. Even though it's an invasive, it's a beautiful and medicinal plant. I just love these pines. We're up on the top and we're almost there. It's funny how once you pick up a camera, everything you see becomes a work of art. Alright, well I made it out for my first trip with the new gear and the new camera. Just on the solo run, maiden voyage here to check everything out, see how everything's working. So got the new pack here. It's been working out great. Went ahead and splurged on a new Gregory pack, 75. It's working out good so far. So as you can see, this is a really small tent. Just a one person. So I like to get the air mattress and the sleeping bag all set up before I put the rain fly on. It's just easier that way. It was a beautiful afternoon, so I thought I'd try doing a time lapse. So I actually wasn't going to put the rain fly on at all, but I saw just a couple of snowflakes and figured I better do it just as a precaution. So before I start any sort of fire, I always like to make sure I have a good fire lay going first before I even start with building a tinder bundle or anything like that. So I've got all my tinder bundle material here. Got my little fire bag, and then grass, inner bark from cottonwood, tiny bit of birch bark that I brought with me, and some leaves. And so we should be able to make a pretty good tinder bundle out of that. I find building a really good tinder bundle is the key to getting a good fire going with ease. If you master that skill, then you can start fires in all sorts of situations. So first, let's get going on that fire lay. So unfortunately, we have one of these standard rings to work with. Not my favorite. So I think I'll do just a really simple lean-to. They're usually fairly easy to just use the sidewall and get a fire going that way. So I'm gonna do a whole separate video on like the basics of building a fire. I'm gonna go through how to make a fire lay, how to build a tinder bundle, and then how to start a fire with flint and steel. So I'm gonna do that as a whole separate video and just speed up through it here and give you the highlights. Do go over to that other playlist and check that out. Kind of just a nice little, almost like a little animal.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So this is, I'm going to show you char cloth. Char cloth is really the magic behind flint and steel, but we'll use a decent amount so we can get a good coal. We got plenty to work with. So I'm going to actually sort of tuck this down in a little bit.
There we go, we nailed it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, she's going good now. So for me, that's just a minimum where I like to start. What I like to do just for the basics. I could just use a lighter and I could just bring paper towels, but learning how and practicing a tinder bundle is a really, really good thing that you can do all the time. And that way, when you get into fire by friction, having already practiced building a good fire lay, having already practiced working from a small, tiny coal that you get from this method that I just showed you, then when you do get to the point where you're practicing your fire by friction and you do get that first coal, you don't go through that frustration of losing your first coal from fire by friction and not getting to turn that into a fire. You don't lose that because you didn't practice your fire lay, you didn't practice going from a coal to a fire using a tinder bundle that you built yourself. When you practice all these things, take the skills and break it down into pieces, and you can practice the pieces. And then when you put it all together, things will go a lot more smoothly. So this is where the water is. It's nice, it's run off of solar. It takes about 30 seconds for it to make it all the way up from the ground level up to here, but once it gets going. And something important, always, like, never hold your container under this thing. Little insects and spiders in the desert, little baby scorpions will get up in here. So always let the thing flush for a sec, just to knock any of those out before you start filling. And it's as easy as that. So these are the ingredients for dinner. The jar over here is mostly soy sauce with a little bit of dark mushroom soy sauce, which adds a lot of flavor. So I got 2 cans of the beans and chicken and 2 things of rice. So we're just going to do half the onion this evening. And we'll get that fried up first, and then we'll throw everything else in. I went ahead and did the already cooked rice just so it would be a little faster and easier to throw everything together out here. All right, gotta use my phone as a little flashlight here, but let's see how this is looking. It's got the sound. Got the sound we want. Oh yeah, looking good. Looking good. A little bit of browning on there. We can deglaze that. Off to a good start, I would say. Let's add the chicken next. All right, so this is how it turned out. Looks pretty good. Could use a little color, but believe me, the flavor is amazing. This little sauce here, that soy sauce with some of that dark mushrooms soy sauce, that really hits the spot. This is going to be great. Keep me nice and warm tonight. So the end of the first day, excellent day. Had a crap ton of fun with the camera, getting it out, learning how to use it. Those trail walks, I think, are going to be a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. So overall, it was an excellent birthday, and glad that I treated myself, and looking forward to another great day tomorrow. Thank you for joining me for this journey today. It is a joy to share my love of nature with you. I hope it has inspired you to, in whatever way you can, big or small, get out there and enjoy nature.